record playing Coffee and my record playing Jewel. And I'm Anthony Giordano, and I'm wearing this shirt of this color. That means it's gonna be like probably a hard 10 out of 10. I'm Anthony Giordano, and this is the show. You can tell that I'm very educated on music because here we have records. We got everything from Fucking to Judas Priest, Jay Dillon. Now that's a good album. Jimi Hendrix, he sure could play the guitar. Mad Villain, rap doesn't come any better, does it? Maybe it does, I don't know. Mountain Goats, let's pretend we didn't see that one. We got a lot of Bob Dylan. Janelle Monáe, now she's wonderful. She's a great artist. We got Kendrick Lamar. Rap rap actually did come better because we got Kendrick Lamar. We had Outkast, so rap comes even better. You got all the best kinds of rap. You got Black Sabbath, and then you have literally, I think you got, well, I don't know, there's this band, it's like, there's a lot of them. I feel like, so I think today we're gonna do a Nick Cave one, I think. Today we're gonna be reviewing an album called Let's Go Eat the Factory by a band whose name isn't listed on the front, so we'll just have to see what band it is by taking the record, putting it on a turntable. So the record pretty much looks like the cover. It's interesting. It's an interesting choice. Put this record on my critically unbiased turntable. So after doing a bunch of soul searching and Googling and drooling, determined that the band is called Guided by Voices, and they've been around for a while. They got all these really short songs, like 50 songs on here, and yet it's on one LP, and that's what they became known for. So this is their big comeback today in 2012. They came back after breaking up tragically a long time ago, 2004. So this is definitely going to be probably exactly as good as it always was. Hard 10 out of 10. And you got the entire lineup back from a long time ago. And first things first, though, the Tame Impala situation, they're bad. Interspeaker was just this like Strokes ripoff, and like then they did this thing where the guy claims to play every single instrument in the whole band. Well, then why is there a band? It doesn't make sense. It's not called the Kevin Arnold Experience. It's called something else. And then they did one called Loner, and it's like, well, yeah, like if you played all the instruments, you'd be a loner, but you make a band so you cannot be alone. Do you understand, Kevin? And then they did one other album, and that's the good thing about Guided by Voices, because they had a record called B1000. That's a record that they did. That was in about 1990. It was just when I was born. And then they did one called Alien Lanes, and that's also a good record. And then they did a record after that called Under the Bushes, Under the Stars, and that's a good record. And it also, not only did they have albums, a bunch of bonus tracks, Mag Earwig. See, now this has the best album art that you can find. And then they did Let's Go Eat the Factory. Let's Go Eat the Factory. Hard 10 out of 10. A long time ago when they reunited. And then they did Class Clown Spotsy UFO. Then you got Class Clown Spotsy UFO. Baby Gross. Then you have the Bears for Lunch. You have English Little League. And you have Motivational Jumpsuit. Now, I think Kevin Parker from the Tame Impalas needs a motivational jumpsuit to get to work on making more than one album. I'm here now on the toilet. I just wrote a new Tame Impala song. It goes like this. I impression of Tame You got Cool Planet. That's a good one. That one's about Canada. Please Be Honest. Now, this is a record where Robert Pollard did play all the instruments. Some may say not as well as Mr. Impala, technically speaking. But technically speaking, it's August by Cake. Now this picture also, this was taken in Canada. It's taken in Calgary. Now you gotta pronounce it like Calgary. You cannot have syllables in there. How do you spell heaven? Really heavy religious record on this one. They have so many different phases and eras. Space Gun. You are the space gun is what they say on that record. So that's just really inspirational. Zeppelin Over China. But everyone thinks it's a rain cloud. Warp and Woof. That's an album that came out this. Not only was he not content to keep making albums called Guided by Voices, this person in charge did solo albums. Now Kevin Arnold and that other band, they not only can he not make albums with a band, or with a band, he can't make any albums. So you got, at the same time as all these albums were coming out, you got a solo album. And then what else do you have? You have another solo album. And what do you have? Of Course You Are, a solo album. It's another one. This isn't in order though. Not at all. It's another solo album, The Crawling Distance. That's a good one. I feel like there's some, like maternal Oedipal vibes on this one, like some umbilical cord vibe. You got ESP Ohio. What's that? Literally Guided by Voices under a different name is what that is. Then you got Charlie XCX. She's a wonderful artist too. Not related. Really good though. More than one album. Robert Pollard. It's a good artist. Yep. A country album. Not really. But it looks like one. Smokes cigarettes in a cool, he's old, but he still can smoke them. I think he switched to a Juul lately, actually. He's trying to quit. He smokes people on the beach. God, I hate having to use that fucking Juul. Smoking a microphone. This is a really bad cover, but I think it was on purpose. That's Tame Impala. They never had a bad cover, so they don't do anything. Basically, they just literally are useless. Lord of the Birdcage. That's the good thing about Guided by Voices, because they did more than one album. They did 3 in this current year of 2012 so far, and that's cool. So you have more than one album to listen to. You don't have to wait. You could die, actually. You might die. Tame Impala could die. You're gonna die before their next album comes out. They're gonna come up with Sophomore Slump any day. Let's hear this new one. Let's Go Eat the Factory. I got it on a high level of volume, because all those records in the 70s that say play it loud, play it at max. Not gonna play it at max because they're our neighbors. I think Tame Impala's recording a new album out there. Halfway to max is the sweet spot for a record album. So this is gonna be the song Laundry and Lasers, and we're gonna also analyze the lyrics which GBV, short form of the name, are known for. And we'll see if this sounds like the classic sound we know and love. I think my record is warped or something. There we go. This is going to be a hi-fi experience. Laundry and lasers. Straight from the factory. That's a good sound already. Look at that. You got a trumpet guy. I bet that's the sound. That's a trumpet playing. It's a trumpet. That's a rabbit. So, you see, he mentioned something on the dance floor. That's another thing that a shitty band called the Arctic Monkeys ripped off a long time ago. They wrote something about a dance floor, and they haven't had a new album since 2006. So if the song seems good. This is a 10 so far. Of course he's thorough. Of course you are. If that's what he said. So this record, based on the first song, is a hard 10 out of 10. You can't distinguish any particular instruments on it. Can't hear any of the lyrics. So this is a good tip for rock bands. You can hear the bass. It's actually distorting. You can hear it so much because the proper kind of rock band will let you they'll have bass in a song. Not like those modern records where you can't even tell if they have a bass player. It's just a mess of elements you can't even distinguish. So this is the song called The Head, and they found the body, so that's good. Head. Ah. Oh, yeah, it's over. No, that one's already done. One of Robert Pollard's goals, I happen to have read, is to write a jingle for Krispy Kreme or a car advertisement. So he's fully willing to sell out. Everything goes wrong. It should be on an advertisement. I just don't think it would be. Because Krispy Kreme does not recognize good music. Tame Impala, not worth $1. Guided by voices, they are my choices. Any credible critic has to be able to play music, otherwise they don't have the right to talk about it. Tame Impala, not worth $1. Anyway, we're not probably going to do the entire album, even though it's probably only half an hour long. I can't really hear myself over this Krispy Kreme advertisement. But based on the first 3 songs, it's a 10, a hard 10, like Diamond Hard. That's the hardest material. 10. That's what this means.